What up, though? It's your boy. Go up, see Spaceship Oasis, the incredible, back for another edition of Straight Talk with Spaceship. Shout out to everybody. Follow the group, Straight Talk with Spaceship, on Facebook. We're going to get the Instagram channel up. Of course, we got the YouTube. Uh, so I wanted to come real quick, like. All right. So I went car shopping, and I put this up. I put this up in the group today. Imagine you went car shopping. Imagine you saw the car that you wanted. Imagine you went to the 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 the, the representative at the dealership and he told you, well, I can't tell you about the car. I can't tell you what the car does. You just gonna have to get it off the lot and you have to drive it yourself. How would you feel? How would you feel? Good evening. Hold on. And so I was watching, I think her name was Melanie King today. Um, and she was talking about and I try to watch a lot of these shows. I try to watch men shows, I try to watch female shows, I try to watch all everything. I want to be a better person. Um, and so we were talking about what exactly does a woman contribute to a relationship? And for me, I got to figure out how I can comment in these groups for my posts or whatever. What up, Dukes? Um, oh, excuse me. And so I was I was thinking about that, and I know, I had a show, and I always reference the show, A Man That Finds a Wife, right? And a lot of women sometimes think when I do these shows, and it's funny because there's an imbalance. There's an imbalance, right? So when I'm talking to men, a lot of women like, yeah, yeah, you tell them, Ship, yeah. But when I'm talking to women, it's like, oh, you hate women. You're a woman hater. I love women. I love women. But I can also sit back and take an assessment of men and women equally. And so when I think about this topic, episode 33, contributions and expectations, I say for a man that a woman wants. Now let's understand there are males. And this is before we begin, everything I say, you're gonna have to, if you're a woman listening, you're gonna have to say to yourself, is the guy I'm dating, is the guy I'm married to, is he a male or a man? I know there's differences. I know there's differences. But for a male, for a man, there are certain things that we relationship with. And when I ask women, what do they contribute? I hear the same shit. Loyalty, honesty, support, peace of mind, a ear, love. Let me just tell you right now. Don't nobody give a fuck about that shit, cuz. Don't no man care about that shit in a relationship. That is not something that men look for in women when they are dating them. That is not something a man looks for when a man is thinking about marrying a woman. We can get those things, the encouragement, the loyalty, the honesty. Those are just regular characteristic traits of somebody that you cool with. I want my friends to be loyal. I want my friends to be honest. I want my friends to encourage me. I even want my friends to love me. right? I I, I don't need that. Um, to 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 say, oh yeah, she's marriage material. Hold on, y'all. So when we're looking at this, when we're thinking about this, when a man talks about contributing, check this out. Check this out. And I was talking to my friend, one of my partners earlier, just about 30 minutes, 45 minutes ago. And I'm gonna ask you this question. And I'm gonna talk about why. What what contribution does a woman expect to do in a relationship 100% of the time? As a woman, you expect your man to do certain things. He may not do them, and once again, that's what you got to assess. But there are certain things you want your man to do. Even most of the women, they want the man to pay to pay the bills. A man should take care of me. You expect your man to do that 100% of the time. If your car mess up, you expect the man to take care of the car. If something's broken around the house, you expect the man to fix it. And you expect him to do this all the time. There is absolutely nothing that a woman does or willing to do 100% of the time. She don't expect to cook all the time. She don't expect to clean all the time. She don't expect to pay all the bills. She don't expect to take care of the kids. She don't expect to do the laundry all the time. She expects a man to go half and half with her on everything she does. And if he don't do that, you feel some type of way. Now let's go back. What does a woman contribute to a man's house? 100%. When we talk about what did you contribute to a man? If I am paying my bills, I have my own car, I have my own job, I take care of my kids, I eat good, I get great sex. What are you bringing to me? And women say, I bring the table. A man don't give a fuck. We don't care. We don't care about how much money you make. Because if I'm your man and I'm doing my man thing, I'm going to take care of you because that is your expectation on me. You can get a menial job. You can get a part-time job. But the problem comes with these untraditional women wanting their men to be traditional when they're not being traditional. You're not being traditional, but you want your man to be traditional. And I talked about this before. When was this? What tradition are you talking about? 50 years ago, that's the 70s. 60, 70 years ago, that was segregation. Men had expectations. Women contributed. Now, women just want to save their money, do their thing, and want the man to do all this stuff in a relationship and expect him to be. I pay X amount of money in my bills. If I get with a woman, we move in together, we get married, whatever the case may be. My bills go up, my food costs go up, my free time goes down, my decision making is split now. For what? For what? For you to be happy? For you to be comfortable? What are you contributing? And I was telling my homegirl, it ain't even the fact that I need you to cook every day, because everybody that knows me knows I like to cook. But I should not get home from work, wait 2 hours, then you say, what are we eating for dinner tonight? Those are contributions. A contribution is something that you do to enhance the relationship, that makes the relationship easier on your other partner. If I dry clean my clothes, if I get in a relationship with you, why are you not taking my clothes to the dry cleaners? That's not slavery. That's contributing. I'm glad. I'm so glad you did. I'm so glad you did. If I'm cooking every morning, every weekend when my kids are here, I cook for them. I wake up, I cook. But but now you want me to date you and you don't get up and cook. But your kids might be here. But I gotta cook for your kids. Where's the contribution? I wash my clothes. Now I gotta wash my clothes and your clothes. Where's the contribution? Because you nag, I shouldn't have to wash clothes all the time. Well, what the fuck do you want? Excuse me. I'm trying not to cuss. What do you offer me that makes my life easier? Honesty does not make my life easier. Loyalty does not make my life easier. What are you contributing to this man? Babe, right now, cuts my hair. That's a contribution. I don't have to go pay $30, $40 to get my hair cut. Y'all want these men to be 6'2", 230 pounds, $100,000 job, nice car, nice house. Don't do this. Don't do this. It could be, but how often is she going to do that? How often is that going to happen? And that's a contribution that you will want to talk to. And the question is, could the contribution be if you cook and she washes dishes? Her contribution could be, I'm clean. I like the house clean. I will make sure the house is straight. If I have company over to the house, do you know how to be a good steward and hostess? Or are you mad because my homeboy's over here kicking it and you got to go in the other room? And if you're not looking for that level of man, I understand. But I see so many women dogging men, talking about how we ain't this. But the fact of the matter, all y'all got is for JJ to offer a man, to contribute to a man. And baby, but JJ don't keep a man either. I see it, I hear it, and I don't argue about it when women talk about why men cheat or why men go astray or why men leave. Right? Men don't leave because you beautiful. We don't date you because you beautiful. That's where y'all get it wrong. We leave because there's no contribution to what I got going on. I have a good single life. I live my life. I can travel when I want. I can pay my bills when I want. My responsibilities are myself. You want me to be responsible for a grown adult that's not contributing to my life, to my well-being. Loyalty does not contribute. You loving me does not contribute. Oh, she loves me. I'm good. Says no man ever. What are your contributions? And the contributions are going to be different for each man. You got a man who's on the road driving trucks. Why he got to come home and start thinking it's belittling yourself for being a slave? No, that's showing your man that you care about him. There are reasons why women are successful in relationships. It's not because the man is dominant. It is not because the man is overly aggressive. The man is made to feel like a man. When a man goes somewhere else, that is whether it's newness or not, the man is made to feel like a man. Once again, I'm not talking about males. I'm not talking just about males. I am talking about life. I am talking about men who are who covet women, who love women, who wants to do for women. And when we don't feel appreciated or we feel like you're not contributing to anything, why do I need you around? I don't need you around for your loyalty. I've had friends that I've had since I was 9 years old. They're loyal to me. I don't need the encouragement. I got family members for that. I get love from my kids. I get honesty from my students. You're so busy wanting to live your best life. You cannot live your best life once you got in a relationship and try to leave out the person who you're in a relationship with. And understand this. I'm going to say this one time, and I'm not going to say it no more because I don't want y'all to think I'm harping on it. Men, we have to contribute too. You can't be no soggy ass dude living off a woman and don't want to do shit. If she work all day, even if you're a bum dude, she work all day, why the hell food ain't cooked? You playing your video game all day, bro? You on the block all day, bro? Baby mamas are upset with men, not because you left her. You don't contribute. You need to be You need to be beneficial to your man in some way. Besides that, why should he date you? There are too many women out here that are willing to do things that stubborn ass women don't want to do. I don't care that you look good. I don't care you got big titties. I don't care you got a big booty. I don't care nothing. Contributing means I saw a comment in the group today. Contributing means fitting in, and we was talking about meshing. And I was watching this white woman today. And she was getting clowned about her husband made a frozen lasagna for her when she got off work. And they was like, "Oh, that's all it takes to make you happy." She said, "No, fool. The point is, he knew I was tired. He knows I like to cook, but I probably wouldn't feel like cooking that day. For him to do that, he contributed to my mental health and my well-being because today was not the day he was going to get a meal." It does not have to be big. It doesn't have to be seismic. It has to be something that a man can appreciate without the be grateful nigga. Just be grateful. No, I don't need to be grateful. I don't need you. I can do all this on my own, or I can get another chick that I'm just smashing to do the same thing. I need you to be the best fit for me. Fill in my cracks. If you know how to sew, I shouldn't have any messed up clothes. If you like carpentry and I need something, whatever it is, y'all don't like to do a lot for your man. He's supposed to be a man. He's supposed to do it all. If a man is supposed to do it all, what exactly is your point? What is your purpose in my life? Even if it's to the place where you living with a blended family, right? I see blended families and I don't see kids getting disciplined by I can't nobody chastise my daughter. Then why I talked to a guy just yesterday, and he told me, he said, my kids don't do what my kids do. My kids know, and her kids do whatever. And he said, I told her, I will never do nothing for your kids because you don't even discipline your kids. And your kids just run amok. And when my kids come around, they think that's the behavior is okay. They're looking at me. They're looking at dad like, wait a minute, dad, you don't let us get away with this. So why do I need to be with you? You messing up my whole dynamic of my structure in my family. I can't even discipline. I can't even be beneficial or contribute to the raising of the kids. You're not even beneficial to the raising of my kids because you don't discipline. If you know your man is busy working, let's say for me, I'm a school teacher or I'm a math coach right now, and I might be here working on some work. Just bring in a bottle of water, knowing I'm gonna always have his water jug full. My granddaddy My granddaddy always made sure my grandma's work stuff was together. Every morning she went to work at 3 o'clock. Her work stuff was together. That was his contribution every day. My grandma made sure my granddaddy clothes was always at the dry cleaner. If we want to talk about traditional, right? My grandfather always had food. Whether she cooked or brought something home, he always had food. Y'all make y'all do find something to eat. Cook yourself. I'm tired. Let me tell you once again, we don't care that you're working as much as you do because you're working for money, for materialistic. And then let's talk about this. I saw this today. We was talking about traditional again, right? Understand this. In traditional times, in the 30s, in the 40s, maybe I'm wrong. In the 30s, in the 40s, in the 50s, in the 60s, in the 70s, how many women had Gucci purses? How many women was going to Dubai, taking cruises? How many women had this and want a smartwatch and this and this? It costs more to take care of a woman now. Oh, I want a man to take care of me. Baby, how is it that we can go through inflation singularly, but when we get a relationship, we don't expect inflation to hurt us. We don't expect inflation to affect the man at all because y'all still have this premonition that men get paid more than women. Not all the time, baby, unless you in those big jobs, unless you in those big offices. And how many of y'all are dating men in those big offices with those big jobs, them athletes, them CEOs, them presidents? Not many. Let's be real. Not many. Inflation affects all of us. But women don't think inflation affects a man. So I'm making the same $17, $18 an hour, and I'm going to add you to it. And you don't want to cook for me. You don't want to watch. You don't want to make sure I got clean underwear. I got to say something. Y'all be living this life like y'all got the top. And we know it's not, 9-10% of men make over 100,000. 90%. Y'all are going after 90% of the men, expecting them to take care of your lifestyle. And why do you want that lifestyle? Because you see where everybody else got. Your man buy you some shoes from Walmart constantly, you're going to have a problem with that. Not that he taking care of you. Because I don't think back in the day, my grandparents cared about Versace, Tommy, Armani. You're dating men that make 40, 50,000 a year before taxes. On the high end. Let's be real. On the high end. 40,000. Let's see, that's about 3,000 a month. 3,500 a month. Maybe 34. Let's say about 3,400 a month. 17 every 2 weeks. After taxes, that's probably about 1,400. 1,400 every 2 weeks. We don't care about the thought. Women don't care about the thought no more. You want to keep up with what everybody else doing. That's why you want the money, so you can buy that stuff for you. It makes you feel good. Even, let's talk traditional. Even when the man was in the house, he came home to a meal, he came home to clothes clean, the kids was taken care of. Y'all don't even do that. You know what you do? And I know some single mothers that don't work. You know what you do? You're on Facebook all day. You're posting TikToks all day. The food gets cooked when the man gets home. If that. Kids running around crazy. You ain't been in no PTA meeting. You ain't been up to the school to check on the kids. You ain't gardening. You ain't cleaning the house with Murphy oil soap and Pine Sol. Yeah, the house was spotless. So you want a man to come in your life, contribute to your way of living, and you have nothing besides a bunch of abstract ideas to give him. And you think that's going to keep a man forever. I know my flaws. When I was married, my woman kept the credit cards. Take care of the bills. Now, it's so hard, man. Don't even trust woman to take care of the bills. I don't want to give her my credit card. But you might be built different. You might be built different. We don't want to get on the mismanagement of time because it's a lot of shit people should be doing with their time. But we'll talk about that. That might be my next episode. But what are you contributing to this man to make this man feel like it's a release? We've talked about mental issues with men. We've talked about a man that finds a woman. See, there are not a lot of wives out there. And the thing you might not want to hear from me is you're not wifey material. You don't even make your bed up. If you don't make your bed up living at home by yourself, what makes you think you're going to make my bed up? Or make our bed up? If you leaving dishes in your sink, what makes you think that I think that you're going to clean dishes up at home when we living together? If your kids ain't going to bed till 2 o'clock in the morning, what makes me think like this? Why am I going to buy a car that I do not know what they do? Women, that's why a lot of women don't want me into their house. Because we mismanaging time and not doing what we're supposed to do. When a man sees a woman handling her business, that is sexy. And that does not mean she's a boss. Don't know man, won't no boss chick. Don't know man, won't no alpha female. Because alpha females do not exist. The alpha is the man. The woman is the helpmeet. Women were made for a man, not the other way around. See, and I said this before, y'all messing up because men marry women. Men propose to women. Women don't propose to men. And when you see these videos of women proposing to men, what are women saying? She dumb, she stupid. I can't believe she did that. Couldn't be me. But the expectation is a man. So if a man has proposed to a woman, why do you feel like you don't have to earn that? Why do you feel so entitled that he should just marry you? That you feel like you're worthy of being a wife? Some of y'all have never been married because you're not worthy of being a wife. Get mad at me all you want. You can get mad at me all you want. But you don't have the credentials. You don't display the skills. And a man is afraid that you won't contribute anything. When there's women out and they be like, I wonder why he ain't married me yet. He made it official yet. Because he's still, either he's still checking, there's still some things he needs to check, or he don't feel like you're marriage material. Because there's nothing, for a man, there's nothing better than a woman that we know has our best interests in mind. Even if you're lying, even if you're faking it, my ex-wife tricked me. There's nothing better for a man when his ego and his pride are stroked by his woman. Now, the contributions you got to figure out. The expectations you need to talk about. I don't expect my woman to cook every day. But on the weekends, I shouldn't be the only one doing chores. I shouldn't be the only one getting up, cleaning up, making sure the kids good, taking them places. Your contribution could be on Saturdays, I take the kids out. I'm going to give you your time. Women I saw somebody's comment today said, I give men a peace of mind. What's your contribution, right? She said, peace of mind. A woman, you know the only way a man get a peace of mind when he by his fucking self, when he going in that car driving by himself, when he in some room by himself, when he outside. My granddaddy used to be in the garage with his fishing pole all day, just in the garage, throwing the reel down the driveway. That was his peace of mind. Grandma didn't come out there bothering him. That was his peace of mind. Y'all want to be cuddled under your man. You want your man to do everything. There is no peace of mind there. You can't give us a peace of mind. We have to go get that. We have to get that from somebody. You don't give us a peace of mind. You can add peace. You can add to our peace. You can be peaceful, but you can't give us peace. We have to stop thinking that we are good enough as we are. And there's so many women out here that he better accept me as I am. Take me as I am. Listen, you may have a bunch of boyfriends. You may have a bunch of sex partners. But if you're not changing, you're dying. If you're not changing, you're not dying. You're dying. If you're not growing, you're dead. A man don't have to take you as nothing. That's why they ain't no man took you. And going on trips with your friends and going on these boat parties and these single trips and stuff, that sounds fantastic until you wake up one day and be like, damn, I want some companionship. It's too late. You're already stuck in your ways. You're already stuck in your ways. This is Straight Talk with Spaceship, episode 33, season 2, episode 3, contributions and expectations. Make sure you go follow us on IG, The Wild Out Radio. If you want to support the channel, I'm trying to expand the channel. Y'all hit the PayPal, JG Jones. It's real simple, y'all. But y'all be so stuck on who you are. But you want a man to change. You so stuck on who you. I ain't got to change. My mouth smart. That's just who I am. Okay. If you, excuse me, if you are broadcasting, this is who you are. I know that you can't contribute a level-headed conversation in the relationship because at any moment you can pop off. Why? Because that's who you is. Don't want you. Well, my daddy said, if a man don't do this, he ain't no good for me. You know what? Go marry your daddy. Your daddy ain't your husband. Your daddy ain't your boyfriend. Unless you're fucking your daddy. Your daddy teaches you how to look for a good man. Your daddy does not tell you what you need to make your man happy because it's not about a woman proposing to a man. A man proposes to a woman. That means you have to be up to the standards of that man you want to ask you to marry. Yeah. That's the problem. So many women, I'm sorry. Let's go back traditional. Let's be real. How many traditional women, how many grandma and great grandma said, this is who I am. Take me as I am. Don't no man want that. I can't trust you. Oh, you can trust me. I can't trust you. I can't trust you in public. You can be honest, but I can't be honest with you. You're going to pop off. You're not loyal. You're going to get mad as soon as I say something you don't like. So all these abstract characteristics, they can change based on how I talk to you, what I say to you, if I critique you. If you honestly, let me tell you something. And I'm not trying to be funny. I promise I'm not bashing females. I want to talk to you ladies. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these women ain't ready to be in no relationships. Their houses is filthy. Their credit is messed up. They don't know how to cook. They don't know how to clean. These hoes is washing colors with their whites. I'm sorry. That's not how I was raised. They don't have no furniture polish in the house. They don't know how to sew if something ripped. They ain't got no band-aids at the house. You can't even be the medical assistant at the house. I got to take care of the boo-boos and scrapes. If your engine or your battery went out on your car, who do you expect to do it? Your man, 100% of the time. I can do it. I can do it myself. You can, but you're going to feel some type of way if your man don't do it. There is nothing that a woman does for a man 100% of the time. Yeah, these chicks out here washing colors with whites and then trying to tell a man how great of a person she is. I saw a video clip of these two chicks, and these men asked them, "What do you bring to the table?" They said, "I'm awesome." What the fuck does that mean? Everybody think they awesome. What can you contribute? You might call the tow truck and take it to the shop. But if you call your man and he say, "No, I'm not doing that," you're going to feel some type of way. Awesome is not an answer. Awesome is definitely not an answer. Hey, Kim. But yet, women want men to come with all of this stuff and deal with all of, and you shouldn't be. That's the problem. You shouldn't be. Because as men, I'm going to tell you a secret. As men, we already know how we need to contribute. A male might even know, but men, we're going to contribute in those ways. Because that's your contribution. If you don't wash his clothes, like that's your contribution. I'm going to feel some type of way. I'll feel some type of way. Like that's taking a load off your man. Because people hate washing. Whether we hate washing or we hate folding. Most people hate folding. Right? So if that's something that you're doing to help take a load off your man, I'm going to feel some type of way when you don't do it. I'm going to feel some type of way. As a man, we need to know. And it's okay to think like this, people, because society has made us feel like we don't. Relationships are good for the soul. Relationships are good for life. Right? So everybody wants to feel needed. In a relationship, people should feel needed. And if you are a woman or a man and you feel like your partner don't need you, you need to check yourself. I had another partner tell me, he told his wife, "I don't need you for anything." And it struck a nerve with her. Because she was like, damn, he don't. That's a problem in a relationship. That's really what keeps, one of the things that keeps a relationship going. As much as we want to think of that it's not. When a person in your relationship feel like they're better off without you, they can do without you. And that's what I'm trying to tell you, women. For a man, if we don't need you, that's why his attitude is like that. If you can't contribute something that's going to affect us, that's going to bother us if you don't do it. If I don't pay the rent, if I don't pay the mortgage, if I don't pay the car note, you're going to feel that. Why you didn't pay it? Oh my God, I can't believe you didn't pay it. When a man doesn't do certain things, the expectations a woman has, she feels it. He feels it because she feels it. Yeah, if he don't have a purpose, why is he around? What is he around for? Eye candy? Sex? To pay the bills? I need to know, where do I lie in your life? Where do I stand? What? I am a man. I am not a woman. Any man wants to do man shit. That makes us feel good. Regardless of what your dumbass friends are telling y'all, men like doing men shit, especially for the woman they love. Women don't like doing shit for their man. And that's why that, and once it's there, once it goes to, because he's them kids' dad, he don't need to be around no more. He can still be their dad. He gonna always be their dad. But I don't need to be attached to you. I don't need. We're doing this for the basis that the kids see us together. That's some unhappy shit. That's some stressful shit. Because even when I've dated and like I broke up, I had a girlfriend once. We broke up, but I was still living there. I would go to work earlier. I would come home later. I would sit on the couch. We wouldn't touch each other in the bed, but I couldn't talk to other chicks because I'm in the house. I want to be respectful of her and her kids. I ain't telling where I was going. It got too much. It got too much. That's too much. It's too much. Yeah. It's very depressing. You start doubting yourself. That's why women, what she got that I ain't got? That's why you start doubting yourself, because you realize you don't contribute to his happiness. You don't contribute to his easiness. And like I told you, as a man, you're not a man. As a man, he's not a man. He's a male. And I asked you, how did you feel? Because that's like I say, going back to the man, that's some bullshit. Like, and I'm not saying it has never happened to me. I have been absent-minded about some things, and after the fact, I felt so guilty. Right? Like, dang. Like, this is funny. This is funny, right? In relationships, we don't like when we have to ask, or our partner asks somebody else to do some shit that we can do. But your partner know that you're not gonna do it. Man or woman, especially women though. If a man asks another woman to do something that his woman could do, but he didn't even ask her. And as a woman, you should not, and y'all say it all the time though. Y'all should not have to ask another man to change your tire and you got a man. And even for us men, what do we say to women sometimes? Where your man at? Why that nigga can't do it? What are you contributing to each other? What do you contribute? You can't even contribute this part that I need you for. As a male, it's gonna go over your head. As a female, it's gonna go over your head. As a woman, you're gonna feel guilty. As a man, you're gonna feel guilty. And that's the pattern you need to look at. But ladies, let's not just get on. I'm coming back to y'all. I'm coming back to y'all. How do you contribute? This man is taking on at least one person. At least one person. I was when me and Lena Faye was talking earlier. I said, how many women you know back in the day that got married when they had kids? Multiple kids. Men might have had a bunch of women, right? But they were talking to women that didn't have no kids. They ain't nowadays, y'all want men to marry y'all with kids already. That already lowers your value. Let me tell you. Let me tell you why it lowers your value, women with kids. Because we know you raise your kids differently, especially if there has not been a man in the house. If there's been a father, ex-husband, those are different circumstances. Okay, there may have been some structure. But if that kid has been raised by a woman, it is hard for a single man to want to date that woman, especially if she got multiple kids, especially if they teenagers. So you want us to take on you and your kids and you don't contribute nothing? You're tripling my expenses. You're tripling my expenses. I have to consider other people. Like the woman with the McDonald's joint. What'd she say? You was doing this when we was dating. Yes, he was. And guess what happened? After they broke up, she still expected him to run them expenses. That's great. But you got to also understand. I ain't going to talk too much of your business. Men are going to first look for those women that don't have kids. Or they're going to look at those women and they're going to look at those kids. I can't get serious with you until I know your kids. So when women are hastily trying to get in relationships, understand you got to look at contributions. You got to look at your expectations. Because I'm not just dating you. Remember that. You tell me that. Women, you tell me that. I'm not just dating you. So I'm dating you and your kids and your family and your baby daddies. Off the muscle. Off the muscle. And you can't cook for me? You can't wash my clothes for me? You want me to, whether you move into my crib, whether I move into your crib, whether we create a crib together, you want me to continue to pay these bills? Make sure you got a roof over your head? Some men paying the car notes? And you tell me you can't clean my drawers? You can't make sure I got a shake every morning? But you was doing that before we got together. You was paying fucking bills before we got together. Your kid was out in them streets before we got together, and I gave him something to talk about. I gave him something to live for. What's the value in that? I contributed to your life. You're no longer going to be a crying mother when your son get killed. I allowed you to live cheaper than you would on your own so you could stack money for us. But you want to take trips with the girl, with your friends. You want to go do all the bullshit. Go to the club and pop bottles. Where is the contribution? A man, no matter what, when he dates a woman, and I know what you're going to say, ladies, and I'm going to get to this. A man changes his life so much. More so than women. You want to know why? Because a successful man can damn near get any woman he wants. A man that got his shit together women are so thirsty for a man that got his shit together. A man is not that thirsty for a woman that got her shit together. There's been the term Captain Kirk comes from men paying for women. You don't hear about male prostitution as much as you know female, because a man wants simple things. What separates you from a prostitute is what you are contributing. Because if you're not contributing, all you're doing is paying for pussy. You're not giving me anything to say this woman is different from the rest. You think I'm good enough. In this world, everybody's competing for everything. People are competing for views. People are competing for jobs. People are competing in sports. People are competing for relationships because because of social media and the way this world is going, the market has plummeted. So that 3-to-1 ratio may have been cute, and it might still be a 3-to-1 ratio, but we went from 70% good people with great minds and common sense to about 25% people with great minds and common sense. So now that 3-to-1 ratio has dwindled by 6 million people because motherfuckers out here crazy and a fool, and you think a man is supposed to date you because you cute and you can suck dick. No. No. I don't need to take you out to dinner. I don't want to come see you. I don't need you here with me in my space. I'm not slumming for my bills. My bills are on auto pay. All my bills are on auto pay. I don't see a bill. I don't need you. I cook. I just wash clothes today. What are you contributing? What are you embarking in me that makes me feel like, man, yeah, she got my best interest in mind? Not her best interest. We know as men, every woman has their best interest in mind. Do you have my best interest? Well, do you got my best? Listen, I'm not waiting on a ring from you, woman. Y'all are so defensive and want everything to be equal when you fail to realize a man that finds a wife finds a good thing. You know why? Because there's so many bad things. You can't have a good thing if it ain't a lot of bad things. And just maybe you are a bad thing. And until you stop saying what a man's gonna do, this, I want a man this and this and this, and stop even thinking abstractly. Because that abstract shit don't work in relationships no more. Those things jail over time. Lita Lee squirts ketchup on my French fries. I am a squirter. You come over to my house and you put you put some ketchup on the side of my fries, I'm gonna look at you like you crazy. You don't even contribute to my fries. I like my hair bumps done. I got tweezers. I like my hair bumps plucked. You don't never ask me to pluck my hair. I gotta always ask you. It's okay. Because I got homegirls out here that'll say ship. Because they watch Dr. Pimple Popper and shit. Ship. Let me do your face. Sure enough, I will sit there and can enjoy that shit. Then you mad. I would have did it. Then do it. I learned a long time ago. I hate a I would have person. I hate a I hate a I was gonna do it person. I learned because I was one. Oh, I would have did that. I'd have got that. No, 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 no. Why didn't you do it then? Well, I didn't know. I didn't see. Pay attention to your mate. Pay attention to the house. Pay attention to your partner. If you're not in sync with your partner, why are you in a relationship? You don't know what they need. Sometimes you don't know what makes him happy. Just do it. If your man working, I know you tired. You work too, right? Yeah. But if your man need his feet rubbed, your first thought shouldn't be, well, my feet hurt too. Do we say that to the motherfucking massage therapist when we go to Massage Envy? What if they said that shit to us? I went to church yesterday and they had a feet washing ceremony. I was like, what? And they washed each other's feet. And the scripture, I don't know the scripture by heart, everything, but it was talking about, God or Jesus washed the disciples' feet. And if I can wash your feet, you can wash another person's feet. But we are so prideful. So, he think I'm his slave. He think he run me. I see women that don't even get their man plate when they go out. And you wonder why the next time I see you with another guy, what happened with John? Oh, he was tripping. No, I saw it. This man watching you talk to everybody. Not even get him a plate at the barbecue. He got to get up and get his own plate. You ain't even contributing. You're not even contributing to my manhood. Like, I be seeing those memes. Who would you feed first? The man, the children. There is no children without the man. Hey, my grandma always made enough for everybody to eat. But my granddad sat down first and said grace. Because if the kids got the food first, they're going to eat before they say grace. Your man need a massage? Baby, I'm good in massages. Y'all done gave niggas y'all just smashing the massages, but won't give your man a massage. You don't have a beer ready for him when he get home. Even if he go out, he come home. You just in the bed naked, ready to fuck. Turn him on the shower so he can suck his toes. He gonna appreciate that. You're contributing to him. He could just walk in the house, get butt ass naked, and go right in the shower. Boom. How do we wish we could do that? And in the process, women, because y'all minds are, I was telling Lena this, y'all have always been smarter than men, way more creative than men. So lit. We're here. We're logical. We're here. Y'all are creative. When y'all start contributing in exciting and creative ways, you're teaching your man too. You're teaching your man how to think outside the box. And that's not you leading. That's you showing that you being a helpmeet. Y'all don't hear me. Y'all don't hear me, man. Y'all don't hear me. What are your contributions to your relationship? Because your friends, you contribute to your friends. You don't ask a friend, hey, let's go out to dinner, but every time we go out to dinner, you pay. I heard this today. These are things I heard that it be hit. I watched a lot of Melanie King today, y'all. And so she had different people talking or whatever. And it said, you don't ask your friends to go out to eat and always pay. But you say you want your man to be your best friend, but you ask him to pay every time you go out to eat, especially when you're dating. Your expectations for him to always pay. But you want him to be your friend. But your expectations for him to always pay. But when you're with your friends, they don't always pay. Because they wouldn't be your friend. You don't ask your friend to always do something and you don't contribute anything. Or you wouldn't be their friend. But you want your man to be your friend. So be a friend. This is episode 33, Contributions and Expectations. I'm going to get up off here. Y'all got a comment, leave a like. The video will be on YouTube. Y'all get to see the video first. I'm only going to start making videos in the Straight Talk group. So, you know, I want to grow this thing. I want to make this happen. And then we'll post them on the YouTube, you know, whenever I decide to post them on YouTube. But y'all get them first. I love y'all so much. It's been your boy, Spaceship Oasis, the Incredible. Remember, be a blessing to somebody's life. It's not about what you get. It's what you give. Let me read this last comment. That you bring that up. In past relationship, if I brought the idea up, I would pay as normally I would know his situation. But then we got to the point that he wouldn't come up with ideas for us to do. Male, get rid of them. I love y'all. Peace.